Hi, and I'd like to talk to you again about total surrender. Are you totally surrendered to the person that gave you this wonderful purpose in the first place? So many people, we don't want to talk about surrender because the word surrender in our society brings on something that we don't like to know about. It's called surrendering to a foe that's bigger than we are, like an army surrendering to a bigger army, or we're totally giving up on something. We just surrender. I surrender. We throw out the white flag. But that's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about total surrender to God. I'm talking about totally surrendering to the person that gave you this great destiny in the first place. In the Bible, it says, acquaint yourself with him and be at peace. This is in Job 22:21. So when you surrender yourself and surrender that destiny that you have to God, to Jesus, you will be at peace and you will have freedom. It says you have the peace that surpasses all understanding. Things can be going wrong everywhere and you don't even care. And people are going, what the heck's going on with that person? And what is going on with that person is they're totally surrendered to God. Inside their body, they're like happy, they're at peace, and they feel the love of the Lord because they are at peace in their surroundings. The second thing is you experience God's power. I talked about this in the other video. God is so much more powerful than we are. Yes, we have great power in our minds and in our spirits, but our spirits and our minds are nothing compared to His, nothing at all. So, power, there were all kinds of experiences of power in the Bible, like when Joshua went into Jericho and the Lord said, march around build the walls 6 times, and on the 7th time, just yell. So they did that. They just yelled and they all fell down. The walls fell down. And that was an experience of God's great power. So if you want those walls to fall down in your life, that's one reason to surrender yourself to God. And another reason is you're going to surrender yourself to something anyway. You're going to surrender yourself to your own ego, your own lust, your own pride. You're going to surrender yourself to other people's expectations of you. You're going to surrender yourself to drugs, alcohol, all kinds of things. So surrender to somebody that's good for you. Surrender to God, and you can have the greatest life ever. I know sometimes submission and surrender takes a long time, and I've dealt with that for a lot of years. I have dealt with surrendering my finances. I've surrendered a lot of other things to the Lord, but surrendering my finances is one thing I've always had a problem with. And I think that's the reason why I don't have the greatest ministry that I could have if I haven't surrendered myself totally to the Lord. So in my finances, I'm done. I'm just surrendering to the Lord, and I'm going to see what He's going to do. Either I'm going to starve or I'm going to come out great. So if you're interested in talking to me about your ministry and about your destiny and how you can have a great one, and I'd just like to talk to you about it. So if you're on social media, please put something in the post, put your name or something in a post, and I will get back with you. If you see any kind of a link, put your name, your number, and your email address in the boxes after you click the link, and I will get back to you, and we will have a time to talk to you about this great destiny that the Lord has for you.